a speech that many critics described as propaganda-driven rather than a constructive global message. He accused Pakistan of being an epic handtray of terrorism, yet avoided acknowledging India's own internal failures, particularly the Pahalgam massacre, which brutally executed and raised questions about the state's ability to protect its citizens. At the same time, India faces growing international scrutiny over the brutal murders and assassination plots against Khalistan Tariq leaders and activists abroad, with incidents in Canada, the US and the UK drawing widespread condemnation and undermining India's credibility on human rights. Analysts argue that Jaishankar's remarks were less about addressing global challenges and more about shifting attention away from India's security collapse and its alleged involvement in targeting political dissidents, reinforcing the view that his UN General Assembly address was more political theatre than genuine diplomacy. Analysts noted that such accusations are part of India's long-standing political narrative rather than verifiable facts intended to shift global focus away from human rights concerns in Kashmir. His remarks on tariff volatility, market access, and the need to de-risk global trade were seen as routine talking points, while his call for UN Security Council reform, though widely echoed by other nations, lacked concrete proposals. Critics argue the overall speech was aimed at projecting India as a victim, while deflecting attention from its own domestic and regional issues, making it appear more like a political exercise than a constructive international address. Stay tuned for more updates on this story. Keep watching Ocean News. This is Simon Tilley live from the London studio. Donald Trump was seen wearing a lapel pin shaped like a fighter jet alongside the traditional US flag pin during his Oval Office meeting with Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief General Asim Munir. The unusual choice of accessory immediately caught attention and sparked widespread debate, particularly in Pakistan, where many observers viewed the gesture as a symbolic endorsement of Pakistan's long-standing claim that its armed forces had successfully downed Indian aircraft during military confrontations. The image of Trump seated with Sharif and Munir, the jet pin clearly visible, quickly circulated across news outlets and social media, becoming one of the most talked about elements of the meeting. The badge was interpreted as more than a fashion statement. It was seen as a subtle but powerful diplomatic message. Analysts suggested that by wearing a fighter jet emblem at such a sensitive engagement, Trump was deliberately signaling recognition of Pakistan's air defense capabilities and validating its narrative. This interpretation gained traction as the meeting itself came at a time when Pakistan has been pushing for greater international of its strategic role in regional stability, counterterrorism, and security cooperation with Washington. The fighter jet pin, coupled with the US flag, was read as a combination of American strength and solidarity with Pakistan's stance to down Indian Rafale jets. Trump, known for his showmanship and deliberate use of symbolism, would not have chosen such a pin casually during a high-profile meeting with Pakistan civilian. Instead, it was seen as an intentional diplomatic cue, one that resonated strongly with Pakistan's domestic audience and bolstered its position in the ongoing narrative. Battle with India. Trump's choice of lapel pin during the high-profile engagement was seen as a nod of support, adding a symbolic layer of validation to Pakistan's claim of having shot down Indian aircraft and reaffirming the depth of US-Pakistan ties at a critical juncture. Stay tuned for more updates on this story. Keep watching Ocean News. This is Simon Tilley live from the London studio. At least 36 innocent people were killed and more than 50 injured in a horrific stampede at the election rally of actor-turned-politician Vijay, a tragedy that exposes the criminal negligence and ruthless politics of the Indian government. What should have been a peaceful democratic gathering turned into a blood-soaked disaster because the rulers in New Delhi consistently placed propaganda above people's safety. This was not an accident. It was the result of reckless governance and deliberate indifference. The rally site was dangerously overcrowded. There was no proper crowd management, no medical assistance, and no evacuation plan. Authorities had been warned, yet they chose to do nothing. Why? Because under the Modi regime, spectacle and headlines matter more than human lives. Observers believe the Indian government saw an opportunity to weaken Veggies' growing popularity in Tamil Nadu, allowing chaos to unfold, then blaming fate instead of accepting responsibility. This is not democracy. It is political sabotage. India under Modi has repeatedly shown that it thrives on optics, manipulation and control. While ordinary people are left to suffer from crushing farmers' protests, to ignoring temple stampedes, to allowing unsafe rallies, the pattern is clear. The people are expendable. Power is not. Families as the victims are demanding justice, but the Indian leadership hides behind empty words and hollow condolences. The world must ask, how many more lives will be sacrificed at the altar of Modi's politics? This tragedy is not just a planning failure, it is a shameful reflection of a government that has abandoned its duty to protect its own people. Stay tuned for more updates on this story. Keep watching Ocean News. Hey there, dive into the world with Ocean News. Follow us on social media for breaking stories and in-depth analysis. Get the news first. Download our app for unbiased, accurate and real-time updates. Stay informed with Ocean News. This is Simon Tilley live from the London studio. Sindh's local government minister Nasir Hussain Shah has announced that he will personally pay the ICC-imposed fine on Pakistan fast bowler Haris Rauf, a decision that has drawn praise from fans and cricket circles alike. The fine, which amounts to 30% of Haris Rauf's match fee, was imposed following Pakistan's high-voltage Asia Cup 2025. Shah's gesture has been hailed as a strong message of encouragement and solidarity, showing that the government stands firmly behind its national heroes. Supporters have noted that such backing not only lifts the morale of individual players, but also strengthens the overall spirit of the team, which continues to carry the hopes of millions of fans. By stepping forward to ease the burden on Haris Rauf, Nasir Hussain Shah has highlighted the bond between public representatives and sportsmen, underscoring the idea that the nation values and supports those who bring pride to Pakistan. Stay tuned for more updates on this story. Keep watching Ocean News. This is Simon Tilley live from the London studio. In a decisive blow against cross-border terrorism, Pakistan's security forces eliminated 17 Indian-sponsored terrorists affiliated with Fitna-e-Khawarij, also known as Tehrik-i-Taliban, Pakistan militants. During an intelligence-based operation in Lokhi Marwar district, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, on the night of Friday into Saturday. The Inter-Services Public Relations confirmed the success in a statement released on Saturday, September the 27th, 2025, highlighting the force's precision in targeting a terrorist hideout based on credible intelligence. Own troops effectively engaged the Khawarij location and resultantly, 17 Indians sponsored Khawarij were sent to hell, the ISPR declared, underscoring the operation's intensity. Weapons and ammunition were recovered from the deceased militants, who had been actively involved in numerous attacks against security forces, law enforcement agencies, and the killing of innocent civilians. No casualties were reported among the Pakistani troops, reflecting exemplary tactical execution. A Samizai, the military vows unrelenting action, the ISPR reaffirmed the security forces' determination to wipe out the menace of Indian-sponsored terrorism from the country. This raid comes amid a surge in TT-Plink violence in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan following the group's Kitak breach in November 2020, including deadly oil-cast assaults in Lokhi Marwa that claimed soldiers and civilians. Stay tuned for more updates on this story. Keep watching Ocean News.
My name is Mariana and you're watching Ocean News.
Hello, welcome to Ocean News. My name is Anastasia and today we're in front of famous big band.
You can see that worship. It's a Brazilian worship. I'm from there.
Like, what do you like the most about London?
Food and the buildings and everything.
What is your favorite destination for travel?
Mallorca? Yeah. I love beaches, I love traveling. My ex-boyfriend was Pisces and I hate him. I got this. Keep watching Ocean News!
Hello and welcome to the Ocean News. My name is Rory and I am live from London studio.
Hello, I'm Shab Kareem and we're live on Ocean News from London.
We bring you the latest developments from around the globe alongside in-depth coverage of the stories. Let's dive right into the headlines.